What's going on YouTube? Vindex Engineering back with another video, and we're showing off some new tools. In this episode we're going to go over our newest tool, our Ultrasonic Cleaner, what it does to pistons as well as other things, and we're going to give some updates on the Camaro project. Stay tuned for more video. As you can see here, I was able to get some 4th gen pistons for the 4.8 liter, but these are actually pistons and rods and a crank for a 5.3. So we'll be converting it from a 4.8 to a 5.3. The first step though is to see what it looks like when we clean the pistons for the first time using the Ultrasonic Cleaner. You saw how dirty and grimy they were when we first got them. Let's see what they look like. As you can see, these things came out almost looking like new. All this is a mixture of simple green and water in the Ultrasonic Cleaner. There's still a little bit of residue left on the tops of the pistons, so we'll use a rag to clean that off. You might even have to get a little scrub brush to get them a little bit better later. Those pistons cleaned up pretty easy, so while the next set of pistons is getting cleaned, we're going to start working on tearing down the Camaro. We're going to start by taking off the hood. Once we get the hood undone, then we're going to work on taking out the battery. And then we're going to work on eventually getting the fuel system pulled out, which consists of the carburetor, the air cleaner, and the fuel pressure regulator. Air cleaner is removed, then I'm able to remove the fuel lines from the carburetor. We also had to unhook the brackets that attach the throttle cable to the carburetor. After we get the carburetor loosened, we remove the vacuum lines that go to the brake booster and to the transmission. Now I'm starting to remove the fuel pressure regulator, as this will not be used in the Turbo LS build. The fuel pressure regulator that I have here only does enough fuel pressure for carbureted applications. Once the fuel pressure regulator is removed, I begin removing the vacuum pump assembly. This includes removing the catch can, vacuum hoses, and the vacuum pump itself. I also unhook and pull back the line that goes to my vacuum pressure gauge inside the car. To get easier access to some of the mounting brackets, I lift the car up so that I can get to the bolts on the bottom side. Now I'm starting to remove the bolts for the plastic shroud that goes to the radiator fan. After getting the shroud loosened on the bottom and loosened on the top, I can then begin to shimmy its way out. After getting the shroud out the way, I begin to work on removing the accessories, which includes the vacuum pump and the alternator. After getting the hose removed that connects the rocker arm cover to the vacuum pump, I then start to remove the vacuum pump itself. Now that the accessories are removed, I begin to remove the heat shields from the spark plugs and the spark plug wires. Now, I'm removing the brackets that were holding the vacuum pump and the alternator.
Once again, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe.